Can I start? Can you hear me well?
Yeah,
Okay. Regarding negligence causing shareholder loss, contractual liability, breach of audit engagement term, example, late report, statutory liability, legal obligation under acts like Security Acts, third-party liability, claim from investor for relying on audited statement. The reason for auditor liability include public trust, support investor confidence, fraud prevention, legal risk, dry audit thoroughness, ethics, require high professional standards, information asymmetry, ensure fair access to information, legal precedent, case define audit standards. Case study. We choose the same company, Enron and Wirecard as for case study for this part, which are about consequence when auditor does not discharge their liability. About Enron. Enron Corporation filed for bankruptcy in December 2001 due to accounting fraud, leading to massive loss for shareholders and employees. Auditor liability after Addison. The auditor failed to detect fraud, prioritize consulting solution, while the scandal result reform like the Sarbanes-Oxley Act on 2002. About Wirecard. Wirecard AG, a German fintech company, collapsed in June 2020 after 1.9 billion euro was found missing. And insolvency and a major scandal. EY, lack skepticism, ignore flat rate regarding financial irregularity, delay in action, approve several years of financial statement, including 2019 before fraud was revealed. Failed to report, EY delay respond to investigation raised question about it due to act on identify risk. I face loss weight and investigation in Germany. For my last slide is about auditor's report. There are two reports to issue. First one is audit opinion, and there are four types of audit opinion. Second, qualified, mostly fair but specific issue noted. Pervasive error. Disclaimer, no opinion to be issued due to it. And the second is key audit matter. It's about significant risk or issue highlighted during the audit. ISA 701 required to have 3 points. Reason explain for significance. Response auditor's procedure address the risk. That's all for part 6. Hello, hello Bong. Can you hear me?
Okay, Ian,
Okay,
thank you for
hello.
Ian, thank you for presentation, but you should connect, from one to one, and then once you finish the your section, I think you should, explain clearly to all your team, especially starting your section. Sometimes, the audience not understand well when you start reading auditor liability like that. Better you should, let's say something in the background. I have to explain here. It's about auditor liability. It means that auditors, it looks like the auditor is a person that ensure a person that increase public trust to the user of the audited financial statement. So that's why they have one auditor engaged to do audit, whether the auditor having liability or not. Actually, yes, because auditor is the independent person that check, verify, and ensure that financial statement true and fair according to the audit procedures. In case that auditor fail to comply with their duty, comply with accounting, with auditing standard, comply with ethical and professional standard, there will be auditor liability. And then here mentioned here, legal liability means there's a big problem for auditor. For example, in case that auditor negligent, failure in duty of care. The mean duty of care is auditors must serve in the best interest of the public is the first one. In the best interest of the company is number 2. Not the personal interest of the company owner or the personal interest of auditor. But the first one is the public interest. Second is company interest. But if they balance about company and public, for example, if let's say serve the best interest of the company, but impact society, auditor will have big liability as well. Let's say the company want to hide something that harm to the society, that harm to the public interest. For example, like Enron case. Enron case, auditor like not in a good duty of care, and then they have maybe they have interest in Enron company, and then they don't declare, they don't do a proper audit procedure maybe, and then having a big problem in that case in that year, and auditor have failed to detect fraud because they don't comply with, they don't, they are not independent because they get very high fee. That's become the auditor interest and the company interest, not the public interest, and destroy the audit profession. That's why here having auditor liability that here mentioned. Why having auditor liability? Because the auditor serve in the public interest of the society, not the personal interest, not the company interest. So I just support him and then explain why having this section. Because
Thank you.
as auditor must have, profession, must have good skill that trained by accounting body like ACCA, GIGPA, or CPA Australia, and then have ethical and professional standard like that and serve in the best interest of society. So this link like that.